Hey everyone, this is Shagg, and welcome to New Game plus Shagg, Phantasy Star Zero. This is on an emulator, of course, because I have no idea how you're supposed to record a handheld, and I don't actually own the game for handheld yet. So, what we're going to be doing is, we are just going to continue on with the character, which would be this one, that I made yesterday to fool around, and then I got killed by the first boss, because I am great. As you can see, I have created a Fomar, a Force male human, and this also means that the game has classes very much similar to PSO instead of PSU, or Phantasy Star Online and Phantasy Star Universe. It's also kind of weird how the Fomar looks a lot like me. But anyway, we have several modes to choose from. Or actually, we just have story mode, never mind, what am I talking about? So, Hub City. Very exciting. I know. Guess we gotta get a mission. Unless we still have that mission. I don't think we do. Take a quest. Take the quest. And now, we proceed up into the teleporter. That's about it. If everything goes well, this update will contain no story, and instead just gameplay demonstration. Though I don't even know what the story is because I skipped all of it. Now, one of the problems with gameplay in this so far is that you actually have to access the menu to use items and change weapons, and you can't, there's no quick menu for using anything that's not on your action palette, which can be problematic, but not really so much right now. And that is because as a low-level force, I don't have enough stuff to, like, eat up my entire action palette. But once you get a high level, all of your buffs, debuffs, and healing spells will take up all of it. That guy's annoying. So, as a low-level force, it is best to just poke things like a hunter. Because, well, if you played the original Phantasy Star Online, you'll know how fast you eat up mana fluids trying to recover your tech points, PP, EP, AP, whatever they're called in this game. Looks like PP, but... So yeah. I do have a few spells, but... Speaking of spells, you can actually charge them in this game, and then release. So, like, a regular foy is a basic fire attack, and a charged one is raw foy, which has range and splash damage and all that. And I leveled up, apparently. So, yeah. Also new to this, if you're coming straight from PSO, are battle tactics, which include strafing. There's also a dodge roll that is fairly useless, and if you're locked onto an enemy, you can strafe around it in a circle if you have a melee weapon equipped. So it adds a bit of variety to the combat. Also, there are Photon arts. If you have a weapon with a Photon art, you can charge an attack and then release. Not all weapons have these. Let's see what I have. I have like a... oh, that is a dagger, okay. Photon art, reverse kill. Sorry you can't see the bottom screen. That's where all the menu stuff takes place. There's also a map down there, but there's actually not a whole lot of, like, touchscreen features. Oh yeah, treasure chests are new too. Ah, the good old photon weapon noise. Gotta love it. Obviously, as a force using melee weapons, my spells take a bit of a penalty without using a rod or a wand. Let's try using a photon art on one of these guys. Apparently that throws my daggers, and I threw it in the completely wrong direction, so that's okay. Those use PP too, so I guess I should probably try to conserve some of that. But that is pretty awesome. Okay. There are, of course, weak attacks and strong attacks, but I only have one of those on my action palette at the moment for some reason. Let's try using Ice Hand Gun. That's not exactly what I was going to say we're going to try using, but let's demonstrate various weapons, I suppose. The handgun animation, unlike in PSO, does not just randomly stop after 3 bursts. It finishes with an unnecessary spin, which is probably to signify like reloading or something. So it makes a little bit sense that it actually only has 3 hits in a combo. Stun Chrome Gun, Iron Spear. There are, of course, Dark Chrome Cutlass. Ooh, Barter level 3. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. So apparently weapons can have elements, though I think they could before. Might be totally wrong. I can't use spears because they're hunter and ranger only. What is this stun chrome gun here? Photon art thriller combo. Huh. One of these new weapons that I've been finding is a gun blade, which is exactly what it sounds like. I think if you hold L, you get like 1 shot from a distance, but you can also just do regular slash combos. So it's versatile, but it's not really that applicable. With handguns and mech guns, you can fire while strafing. It's not terribly useful. I wonder what this photon art does. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Whoa, nice spike. Okay. So really, as a force at the low level, it's best to just use other weapons, as we've mentioned. That is pretty rad. Okay. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, well, in Phantasy Star Universe, gun photon arts did not work anything like this. Like, the other weapons had like, regular weapons had photon arts you could use by assigning them to a button on the palette. And they could be comboed into things with, like, just attacks, but gun photon arts merely added elements and status effects, so chargeable, like, gun attacks that are special is pretty new. So that's cool. I was not expecting it. Oh, you might have noticed also that mags are back. Remember those guys from Phantasy Star Online? They weren't in Phantasy Star Universe. I don't think the weapons that attempted to be mags really count. So we can feed this guy some stuff, if I'm right. You can't see it because it's on the bottom screen yet again. Apparently feeding him telepipes raises accuracy. Who knew? Let's see, what else we got? Let's feed him a rod. Oh no! He has evolved into something else. He is a little blue blob, which is basically what he was before. But yeah, mags evolve. Oh, and Sados are back, the ones that look like foxes, and everyone loved them. So yeah. I'd also like to point out, you might notice it eventually, that all the areas in this game are like really long. Seriously, they're really long. It takes a really long time to get through them. Which is especially annoying because I was killed by the dragon boss. I guess I'm not very competent when I first play a game for the first time as a class that it's hard to start off with, but it could just be making excuses. Mono grinders are also back, which is not really surprising, I guess. But, I think the grinding in this game works just like it does in Phantasy Star Online. Like, you just use a mono grinder on something, and boom! Boom. I just used one, and now my equipment is not affected. What? What? Huh? Oh, right, I have to choose what to use it on. Haha, silly me. Now it's a +1. Ha! Good. Like in Phantasy Star Universe, grinding where you had to go to this grinding counter, and if you used it on the weapon, there was a chance that it would fail. And in earlier days, failing would just cause the weapon to explode, which is very bad. Anyway. Figure we should demonstrate using spells with actual effect by equipping some sort of magical weapon. Let me see. Here we have a chrome wand, which I just found, which is better than the tact that I had. I'm not sure why there's a weapon called tact. Moving on.